Hey, before we go any further, I need you to just stop. Stop scrolling. Stop whatever you're doing right now. Because what I am about to tell you, this is the kind of moment that people remember for years. The kind of moment that gets replayed on highlight reels. The kind of moment that makes you grab your phone and text your friends at 2 in the morning just to say, "Did you see that?" And trust me, you did not see this one coming. Not even close. So sit back, get comfortable, because we are about to break down one of the most shocking, most jaw-dropping, most absolutely electric moments in Royal Rumble history. And yes, I said history, because Brie Bella just walked back into the WWE, and nothing, and I mean nothing, in the women's division will ever be the same. Okay, so let's set the scene. It's Royal Rumble night. The energy in that arena is absolutely unreal. We're talking tens of thousands of fans, the pyrotechnics, the roar of the crowd. You could feel the electricity through your screen, through your television, through whatever device you were watching on. This is the biggest night of the year for WWE. This is the night where legends are made, where careers are launched, where surprises get dropped on the world stage. And every single person in that building, every single person watching at home, they knew something big was coming. They just didn't know what. And that is exactly where our story begins. Now, let's talk about the Women's Royal Rumble match itself. Because even before Brie showed up, this match was already shaping up to be something incredible. You had powerhouses in that ring. You had veterans. You had rookies trying to make a name for themselves. The eliminations were coming fast and furious, the crowd was on their feet, and the tension was building and building and building. Every single person watching was on the edge of their seat, scanning the entrance ramp, wondering who is coming next. Who is going to walk through that curtain? And for a little while, it was the usual suspects. Established names. Talented athletes doing their thing. The crowd was buzzing, but there was this feeling. This gut feeling that something bigger was about to happen. And you know that feeling. You've had it before. That little voice in the back of your head that whispers, "Wait for it." And then, the music hits. Now, I need you to really picture this moment. Because the arena doesn't just react, it erupts. We're talking a sound so loud, so sudden, so completely out of nowhere, that even the wrestlers in the ring stopped for a second. They just froze. Their heads turned. Their eyes went wide. And the camera swings, because of course it swings toward that entrance ramp, and there she is. Walking out with that confidence, that fire, that look in her eye that says, "I am back, and you are all in trouble." Brie Bella has returned to the WWE. At the Royal Rumble. And the place absolutely loses its mind. Let's take a second to really appreciate why this moment hit so hard, because if you're not a hardcore wrestling fan, you might not fully grasp the weight of what just happened. Brie Bella is not just any wrestler. She is a legend. She is one half of the most iconic tag team in women's wrestling history, the Bella Twins. She has been a WWE Women's Champion. She has main event alongside her sister Nikki in front of the biggest crowds in the world. She has been a part of some of the most memorable storylines, some of the most dramatic rivalries, some of the most emotionally charged moments this company has ever produced. And then, she left. She stepped away from the ring. She stepped away from the spotlight. And for a long time fans wondered if we would ever see her again. Would she come back? Would she ride off into the sunset? Would the Bella legacy simply end? And for a while, it genuinely seemed like the answer might be yes. But here's the thing about legends. Here's the thing about the ones who have that fire, that competitive spirit, that need to perform. They don't stay away forever. They can't. The ring calls them back. The roar of the crowd calls them back. And on this night, the Royal Rumble, the call was loud enough for the whole world to hear. Now, let's get into it. Let's talk about what actually happened when Brie stepped into that ring. Because this wasn't just a surprise appearance. This wasn't just a moment for a photo op, a quick wave to the crowd, and then a quiet exit. No, Brie Bella came back to compete. She stepped through those ropes with intention. She stepped through those ropes with a point to prove. And from the second she was in that ring, you could tell the rust? Gone. The hesitation? Nowhere to be found. She moved like she never left. She hit her moves with that crisp, clean precision that made her one of the most exciting wrestlers to watch. She was quick. She was sharp. She was absolutely, completely, undeniably on fire. And the reactions, oh my God, the reactions. Let's talk about the fans for a second, because their energy was just as electric as anything happening in that ring. Social media absolutely exploded the second Brie appeared. We're talking trending worldwide. We're talking fans who hadn't watched WWE in years suddenly glued to their screens, suddenly invested, suddenly remembering exactly why they fell in love with this product in the first place. People were crying. Yeah, I said crying. Because for a lot of fans, Brie Bella's return wasn't just exciting, it was emotional. It was the kind of moment that takes you back. That reminds you of the stories, the rivalries, the nights that shaped your fandom. And seeing her back, seeing her healthy, seeing her thriving, that hit different. That hit really different. And you know what else? Let's talk about the backstage reactions, because even the wrestlers themselves couldn't contain themselves. We're talking about women in the locker room who grew up watching Brie Bella, women who idolized her, women who got into this business because of moments that Brie and Nikki created together. And to see them react genuinely, authentically react to Brie walking back through that curtain, that tells you everything you need to know about the kind of impact this woman has had on this entire industry. Now, let's talk about the match itself, because Brie didn't just show up and coast. She was in that ring to work, and she worked hard. She survived elimination after elimination. She threw down with some of the biggest, most talented women on the WWE roster. And every single time it looked like her Rumble run might be over, every single time someone got the upper hand, Brie found a way to dig deep, find that gear, and keep going. And that is the thing that separates the good from the great. That resilience. That refusal to quit. That fire that just will not go out. There were moments in that match where the crowd was holding their breath. Moments where a big move was about to land, where the edge of the ring was right there, where it looked like this incredible run was about to come to an end. And each time Brie held on. She fought back. She showed the world exactly why she is considered one of the greatest to ever do it. And the crowd fed off of it. Every time she kicked out, every time she reversed, every time she showed that warrior spirit, the arena got louder. It was this beautiful, electric feedback loop of energy, the crowd feeding Brie, and Brie feeding the crowd right back. And let me tell you something about the psychology of this match. Because great wrestlers don't just execute moves, they tell a story. And Brie Bella told one hell of a story in that ring on Royal Rumble night. She told the story of a woman who walked away, but never truly left. A woman who carried this business in her heart the entire time she was gone. A woman who came back, not because she had to, but because she wanted to, because she loved it. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing more compelling in professional wrestling than genuine passion. And you could feel it radiating off of Brie in waves. Now, I want to talk about what this return means. Not just for Brie, but for the entire women's division. Because make no mistake, the landscape just shifted. When a legend comes back, when someone with Brie's credibility and star power steps back into the picture, it changes the conversation. It changes the dynamic. Every single woman on that roster now has to think about Brie Bella. Every single championship picture, every single rivalry, every single main event, Brie is now part of that equation. And for the younger talent? For the women who are still building their careers, still trying to make their mark? Having someone like Brie in the locker room is an incredible gift. You learn from the best. You push yourself harder because you're in the same building as the best. And that raises everyone's game. And honestly, from a fan perspective, this is exactly what we needed. Wrestling is at its best when it surprises you, when it makes you feel something, when it reminds you that at any given moment, on any given night, anything can happen. And that is what Brie Bella delivered at the Royal Rumble. She delivered a moment. A genuine, authentic, heart-pounding, crowd-shaking moment. And those moments? Those are the moments that keep us coming back. Those are the moments that make this the greatest form of entertainment on the planet. So here's where we are. Brie Bella is back. She's healthy. She's motivated. She's got that fire burning brighter than ever. And the questions are endless right now. What does her return mean for the women's championship picture? Is she going to pursue gold? Is there a rivalry brewing that we haven't even seen yet? And this is the one that everyone is asking, does this mean we might see the Bella twins reunited? Because let me tell you, if that ever happens, if Brie and Nikki are ever back in that ring together, the wrestling world will absolutely lose its collective mind. The possibilities are truly limitless. And that is what makes this moment so exciting. It's not just about the past. It's about the future. And that brings us to right here, right now. This is one of those moments in WWE history that people are going to look back on and say, remember when Brie came back at the Royal Rumble? That changed everything. And you? You were here for it. You watched it happen. You were part of this moment. And honestly, that's pretty damn special. So if you made it this far, if you have been with me through every single second of this breakdown, I need you to do me a favor. Hit that like button. It only takes a second, and it genuinely helps this channel grow and lets me keep creating content like this for you. Drop a comment down below, tell me your reaction when Brie's music hit. Tell me if you cried, if you screamed, if you texted someone at 2 in the morning. I want to hear from you, because this community, this family is what makes everything we do here worth it. And if you are not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Because trust me, the stories we have coming on this channel, you do not want to miss a single one. We are just getting started. WWE Sphere is here to stay. And Brie Bella? She is back. And wrestling will never be the same. Dash.